hit most of his units. So it looks like WhiteRa does have the advantage here. He is going to win this battle, and he's going to push up. I'd like him to push up into this expansion and try to take this. But MardoW obviously has more and more units coming. He's got a miniature army here. Nice blink in there. But again, it's hard to blink on creep because these roaches will just catch you. They'll just as fast, if not faster, on creep than catch a blink stalker pretty easily. So what we have here is a pretty good battle going on. WhiteRa winning these fights pretty easily. MardoW's just sending in more and more units. It's not going to put him in a supply cap. I like what WhiteRa was doing, was trying to get those overlords to maybe stop him from building units. But it doesn't matter, he had so many overlords available, and MardoW's just sending in more units. We can watch the mini-map here, just more and more units are coming in. WhiteRa is not pulling back. I mean, MardoW is easily starting to win this battle now with his sheer control of the map right now. He did get a proxy pylon on there, and he's trying to warp in more Templars. He does have the Kadar and Amulet, but it's hard to use a Psionic Storm right now when you're going to see he's just hit his own pylon. It's hard to Psionic Storm when you have units spread out like WhiteRa did, because he just Psionic Stormed himself. And so we got a small exchange here, but it doesn't matter because look at MardoW. He easily, now he lost that first battle, but he's not losing the war. He pushed WhiteRa back and saved this expansion with his good macro ability, just getting in more and more units in this area to protect his base. So yes, he did lose his drones, but it's big whoop at this point. He did win the battle again, and that cost WhiteRa so much money and gas, all of those units that he lost. And it looks like that was tricky by MardoW. He felt like he had the advantage there, and I think he wanted to push up, but he realized that WhiteRa's base still isn't dry yet. He's running low on minerals, yes, but it's not dry. He doesn't want to take the advantage and lose another army when WhiteRa is basically going to be bled out here pretty soon. And so we see MardoW moving over here. He's probably going to take his units, destroy that destructible rocks, and start getting these high yield minerals in the bottom right corner here. So he is going to do that. So I don't know what WhiteRa is going to do at this point. He's going to have to get some kind of tricky thing. He's got 1,600 minerals. I really wish he would have got charge a little bit ago, which he did now get charge, but at this point he needed it earlier. And just, he can't just go mass Zealot. That's not going to win the game. But with so many minerals and so gas starved, I don't know what he can do at this point to stop MardoW's massive army. And MardoW at this point, I mean, what I need to do is get that creep tumor down here. He needs to cover this map in creep right here. This is where all the battles have taken place. This is the weakness in WhiteRa's base right now. He's obviously only got one photon cannon, which is, I mean, obviously that's nothing at this point. But he's got 4 pylons in this area. And if he can destroy those 4 pylons pretty quickly with a push or something, he could put WhiteRa maybe at a supply disadvantage. So it'll be interesting to see. And he is using this Overlord. That's a very, very smart play here by MardoW to generate this creep in this area. So we are going to see a battle here. So again, we see Psionic Storm. And very good micro here by MardoW. If maybe he can micro... You want to do the opposite here. See how he's pushing his army actually into WhiteRa's base, basically. He wants to get face-to-face with these stalkers. Because if he's like, fine, if you're going to Psystorm me, Psystorm your own enemy. Your own units here. So MardoW, big-time advantage here. He doesn't even care about the Psionic Storm right now. He feels like he has the advantage. You can tell his macro right now is actually quite better than WhiteRa's. Because WhiteRa is trying to build units, trying to save his base here. He's just gas-starved so much because he went with a Stalker and High Templar build, which just destroys your gas. And he's only got one. He's got his main base and his natural, and that's all he's getting gas from. Meanwhile, MardoW's got 3 bases he's getting gas from and minerals, so he's clearly just going to win on that aspect. And MardoW playing so smart here with these Overlords, just covering this area in creep. So now his units not only are faster, but it's going to allow him the mobility to really push in here, and if he needs to retreat, he'll still have the quickness of the creep. So WhiteRa is basically trying his last little ditch maneuver here. He's got basically about 10 probes in the front, hopefully to draw the fire of some of MardoW's units here, because some say that the units of Zerg attack probes first, which is interesting. But anyway, so see how he moves his roaches actually in like face to face with the High Templars. It's so smart. You don't want to retreat sometimes on Psionic Storm. It's very situational. But see, you just want to move forward. You're willing to take some damage if you can get in the face of a Protoss High Templar or Stalker or Zealot. And if he decides to Psionic Storm, fine. Not only are you taking damage, but so is he. very, very smart here. So easily the Cybergenetic Core and Twilight Council is going to go down. And at this point, WhiteRa doesn't have a lot left. He's got very little minerals. Obviously, he's gas starred the entire game, as Protoss normally is when they're going Stalker High Templar build. And at this point, I think Mardo has the advantage. I mean, he's easily inside of his base. You see macro units from the mini-map coming in here. Now he's using the Overlord just to spawn the creep a little bit more. And I don't know what Mardo can do. He's going to lose another pylon. Sonic Storm coming in here to finish off the rest of Mardo's units with just a few left. And Zealots are an easy match here, especially with Charge, to get rid of these roaches. But look at this backside here. He's got the rest of Mardo's army coming in, dropping these pylons, losing this. WhiteRa calls good game, and the dark horse of the tournament, Mardo, wins the GO4SC2 Cup in a big-time game here. WhiteRa was the huge favorite, just winning the Team Liquid game, but awesome, awesome game here from both of these players. And we have 128 APM here for WhiteRa, 168 here for Mardo. Thanks for watching, guys.